Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, kayaker rescued from Merrimack River in Hooksett. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how we optimize performance, increase strength, and give you the dependability you demand. We engineer our equipment precisely at every level. It's what makes us a leader. Now get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 60 months. See your local Kubota construction equipment dealer today.
Some breaking news that we're following from Hooksett tonight, where a group of kayakers had to be rescued from the Merrimack River. WMUR's Gene Mackin is there live now with all the breaking details. Gene, what can you tell us?
And Tom, 5 kayakers safely out of the Merrimack River here tonight. They've all been checked out by medics. They will be okay. This is exactly where they ran into trouble. If you look out here, their kayaks got hung up on the buoy line right above the dam off Edgewater Drive. You can still see one of the kayaks out there tonight. Rescue workers say the 5 kayakers, described as teenagers from Manchester, rented their kayaks. They called 911 themselves from the kayaks when they got hung up on the buoy line. When rescuers arrived, they found one person in the water holding onto the outside of the kayak. They reached him with a rescue boat just in time and helped everyone else to the shore. Now, here is how they describe those very tense moments.
The one was hanging on to the side of the kayak, and then he slipped, grabbed a hold of the buoy line, and we tossed the rescue rope to him. He was able to grab it, and then he started drifting beyond the buoy line, but we were able to pull him back in, got him into the boat, and got him to shore.
Totally inexperienced kayakers rent kayaks, put it in the water, and then they get themselves in trouble because they're not strong enough to stay out of the current. The current here goes below those buoy lines, goes over a small low-head dam, and they certainly would have drowned.
All the kayakers were wearing life vests. Crews will fetch the kayaks that are still stuck out there on that buoy line when it is safe to go in the water. Live in Hooksett tonight, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Police search for a man wanted on multiple felony warrants. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
And payments are clearly marked with real numbers, not phony payments meant only for ads.
Like this expedition with up to $6,400 in rebates or 0% plus $4,000 for 60 months. Only at Lamoureux Ford.
The search in this neighborhood had just been suspended after being very active for 3 to 4 hours. It included the state police helicopter and K-9 units. And this is the man police have been searching for, the fellow in the middle of this photo, Jesus Reyes, in his mid-20s. This all started when Reyes and his brother apparently drove up with a woman from New Bedford to a Brookline to see a doctor. On their way back, the group apparently got into an argument. That woman gets out of the car and called police. But by the time police arrived, the suspect, Jesus Reyes, had gone across the street into the Econo Lodge in Sharon. Turns out he was also wanted on multiple felony warrants. When police approached him, he took off on foot. Reyes was traced into the Squire Road neighborhood off Old Post Road, where residents were asked to stay indoors during the investigation. Apparently, Reyes, the suspect, has managed to get away. The chief figures he's on his way back home. He has multiple addresses, the last one being in the North Shore. Live in Walpole, Jorge Quiroga, WCVB News 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Proposal adds work requirement for certain main care recipients. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8 Paul Merrill.
Well, last thing, I'd like to introduce our new social media manager, Lily. Opponents of the plan say it throws up roadblocks between needy Mainers and health care, but LePage administration officials say working will help get people off welfare. The Department of Health and Human Services started the process of asking the Trump administration for a waiver in January. Public hearings on the change are being held this week, one in Portland today, another one in Augusta tomorrow. DHHS has already put work requirements in place for certain able-bodied Mainers who receive food stamps or temporary assistance for needy families benefits. Opponents of this latest proposal say health care is a human right.
All the changes requested in this waiver are designed not to enhance Maine care, but they are designed to remove individuals from receiving health care that they already receive.
We've got to restructure these programs to prioritize employment, not just for the income that it represents, but for the self-worth, the self-confidence, the opportunity for people to fulfill their potential.
It may be months before DHHS gets a decision from the Trump administration. I'm Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Real estate CO record low. Housing inventor is freaking us out. The number of homes for sale in America has been falling steadily for the past year, but the situation is apparently getting much worse as spring demand heats up. Trump reacts to special counsel measure, says White House source. Just prior to the Department of Justice public announcement that former FBI Director Robert Mueller was appointed special counsel to continue the investigation into Russia election interference, a group of senior White House members joined President Donald Trump in the Oval Office, where he offered a measured response, according to a senior White House official. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. See you back here later on today. Bye, everyone.